So I received a notification that I should collect my visa today. Yeah, so I'm heading over to the Japan Visa Center now. Okay, luckily it stopped raining. Yeah, but the sky looks pretty dark at the moment, so it might rain anything. So let's get this time. Yeah, so I actually sent in my application about 1.5 weeks back, and they got back to me like 2 days ago that it's ready and I can collect it now. Yeah, so I actually wanted to document the application, but it seems like they don't really allow videoing inside the center. But yeah, let's see whether I can sneak in some video later. Yeah, just to share some background. So the Japan Visa Center is actually near Dhoby Ghaut MRT at this place called the Haupa Center. Yeah, so it's just a recent change. It used to be at the Japan Embassy, which is even more ulu. Yeah, so just from I think recently about on 1st Sep, they actually changed it, sort of outsourced to an external company to help them with it. So instead of going to Japan Embassy, we'll go to this Japan Visa Center. It's actually quite nice though inside. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that we cannot film inside. Yeah, so it's about 5 minutes walk from the Dhoby Ghaut MRT station. I remember the day that when I came over for the application, it was raining so badly. I'm glad that it's not raining today. Level 2. We'll go after that. And you can see the Japan visa applications. Okay, I can only film until here. Okay, so I'm done at the Japan Visa Center. Yeah, it's quite crowded. Didn't get a chance to actually take any video. Yeah, but I got my passport back with the visa inside. Yeah, so I will share more about why I'm applying for visa and what I'll be doing in Japan for the next 1.5 to 2 years. Yeah, trying to document down the whole journey so that I can refer back in the future. Hi everyone, hi, I'm Joash. So the first few clips I've seen at the start of the video were captured on the day that I collected my visa for Japan. So I was really very excited that day because it's the first time I get a visa that allow me to stay overseas for mid to long term, and it's also signified the start of my new chapter in life. So I was telling myself that no matter how awkward it is or how uncomfortable I am in speaking in public to myself, I have to do it. Yeah. So it was just a little bit sad that I wasn't able to sort of like film the actual collection in the visa center. That was a little bit weird too also, because the place was really renovated very nicely. Like it was so Instagrammable. Like is even this like fake sakura tree in the middle of the center, and all the LCD board showing all the beautiful sights and scenery of Japan, but yet they don't allow any photo taking or video taking or the use of even electronic devices. Yeah, they were like checking through my bag, everything. Yeah, so it was a little bit unfortunate on that part, but I just want to document down the start of this journey that I'm going to undertake in 1.5 weeks time. So I will be heading over to Tokyo for at least 1.5 years to 2 years, studying the Japanese language and doing coding school on top of that. So first, it served as a reference for myself in the future, where I'll be able to look back and to go through my thought processes, my feeling, and why I decided to actually take this career gap to head over to Japan for 1.5 to 2 years. Yeah, so a lot of times we remember that we went through a certain phase, but we can't really remember the little detail of it, like why did I choose to do something? Why did I decide to change a job when everything is going well? And similarly, why did I decide that I want to put everything aside and get out of my comfort zone in Singapore? So in the future, when I'm 50, 60 or 70, I can refer to this vlog and also to remind myself what actually went through my thought process. Yeah, so and also to relive the memories. Yeah, I regretted not taking more vlog when I'm younger, so I'm not getting any younger, so why not start now? Yeah, so that's the first reason. So the second reason is after knowing that I'll be heading overseas, a lot of my friends and family has been telling me that, hey, you should start documenting down and recording down in the form of vlog. Yeah, and maybe you can share it on YouTube, everything. And so I'm doing this secondly so that a lot of my friends and family can follow me in this journey. I'm an extreme extrovert, so I love talking to people. Friends and families are a big part of my life. So for the next 1.5 years to 2 years, even though I won't be physically in Singapore, I hope that this will also serve as a platform for me to connect with them and to share whatever I'm going through in Japan with them. Yeah, so that's the second purpose. So for the third reason, when I was researching about Japan, language school plus coding school, all the visa stuff, then I realized that even though there's a lot of content for Malaysia, Taiwanese, Chinese, South Korea, or even further part like US or the western part of the world, there isn't much information on YouTube or online about Singaporean heading over to Japan for language school or for coding school. Yeah, it wasn't a typical kind of decision that Singaporean does. So I hope that in the future, whoever that is interested in studying in Japan, not in a university, maybe taking a gap year to do a language school or a coding school, they will find this video and whatever I'm sharing here useful down the road. Yeah, so that's the reason why I'm documenting down as much as possible. So before moving to my plan in Japan, I'd like to share about why I make a decision in my late 30s to actually take a career gap. I chose to use the word career gap instead of career break because I don't think that I really need a break in my career. It wasn't really because I'm dying or I'm very tired that I need a career break. I chose to use the word career gap because I feel that I wanted to do something more for myself and have a period of my life where me and my own interests are the most important. Yeah, so for the past 12 years, it has always been working, then decompress by going for holidays, all this. So it was a cycle that you work hard, then you decompress by playing hard. So I thought that it would be nice to have a 1 to 2 years where I put myself as a primary interest and do things that I like to do and do things that make me happy. So and why not earlier? Then I would say that like there was COVID-19, the pandemic, yeah, so that already took up my whole early 30s. Yeah, so back then I did think about whether I should further study by going for postgrad or this, but then because of the COVID situation, everything was very uncertain. Yeah, I even thought about being relocated to another office of my ex-company and spend 1 to 2 years there, but because of the pandemic, a lot of the plans were derailed, and there we have it. Then now I'm in my current job, and it wasn't really that stable in the first few years, so I thought that I want to stay longer and to build and to progress in my current company before I take a break. So after spending about 5 years, I thought that if I wait any longer, it will be even harder for me to take that step. A lot of people will be like saying, "Oh, aren't you worried about like coming back and then finding hard to adapt to working after taking such a long break, or even like whether you'll be able to get a job after you come back?" Of course, yeah. I was very worried. In fact, I was thinking so hard, balancing the equation, thinking through all the pros and cons. Yeah, so it wasn't an easy decision. In fact, the whole decision-making period was at least a year long. Working out all my finances, how much I can spend in the next 1 to 2 years, and saving that sum up. So I would say that it's not an easy decision, but there isn't a good time to do it except as early as possible. So since I can't really travel back in time, so the best time is like now. All the problems that I shared earlier is not going to go away if I get older. For example, if I'm in my 40s, then I decide to do this, I think the risk is even higher. So the risk is just going to keep increasing while I sort of like procrastinate or while I think through it. So in my mind, it's like the more I think, the later I execute it, the higher the risk. So the only thing I can do is why not just try it now? Yeah. So and throughout my entire decision process, I find it very hard to make a decision in terms of what to give up. For example, I find it very hard to say that a stable career is less important than new experiences overseas. Yeah, if you ask someone to make a decision which one they will want both. That's exactly what I felt when I was going through this whole process. So things became clearer when I asked myself in a different point of view. So I asked myself, in my 50, 60 or 70, which one will I regret not doing? Will I regret not doing something that I like when I'm younger? For example, like I will be able to shift overseas, pick up a language, to immerse in a culture, or even to get a visa. Some place doesn't even give you a visa when you're too old. Yeah, so things become clearer when I adopt this another point of view, like thinking what are things that I will regret when I'm older. So it becomes clearer that my heart tell me that I will hate myself in the future if I didn't go for an experience that can only be achieved when I'm younger. So that's where I make the decision that hey, I'm going to take this 1.5 to 2 years break. Back then, I haven't really identified which country I'll be going to. In fact, Japan wasn't really at the top of my whole list. I actually wanted somewhere that is easier to communicate, like English or Chinese speaking kind of environment. But then a lot of different factors come into play, like proximity to nature, which is something I really like to do, all the outdoor activities, and also the cost of living, the quality of life, and also the accessibility and convenience and safety. When I balance all these things together, then I realized that Japan came up pretty high. That's how I decided on Japan. Maybe I also do another video on why Japan. I'm not a big fan of I can't say that I'm not a big fan, but then I wasn't that crazy with Japanese culture because as compared to all my friends, you know, I have friends who go to Japan at least 1 to twice or even 4 times a year, you know, like their holiday list is only Japan and different part of Japan. Yeah, I have friends who watch tons of anime, play tons of Japanese games. So these are people who really into Japanese culture. So by saying that I love Japanese culture, I feel that I'm lying lah. Like especially when you have friends who are of this level. So I will say that my reason for choosing Japan comes from a very pragmatic approach, like really like security, safety, proximity to nature. Yeah. But back in August, I have the opportunity to go for a coding boot camp in Japan. During that time, I spent a month there, and 90% of the participants were Japanese. And that's where my interest in Japanese actually increased significantly. Yeah, so I was a little bit regretful because if I know the language, I will have understand them better and I will have understand their culture better. Like even like at the end of the course, they were like trying to share to me saying that they were worried that I'm alone in the course because I can't speak Japanese. Yeah, so and that's where you see a glimpse of how the Japanese culture is like. And I thought that's very intriguing and it's very interesting. So that's where I sort of told myself that I didn't regret choosing Japan. Yeah, because I know that my 1 month in August is a make or break. It's either I say that, hey, freak, I commit myself to 1.5 years to 2 years in a country that I might not like it after trying out for a month. So at least that 1 month told me that I have not regretted and I'm actually looking forward to picking up the language and knowing more about the Japanese culture. So that's how the entire Japan plan came about. So with this, I think you all have heard enough of my rambling. Hopefully in the next few vlogs, I'll be able to share more about Japan, the scenery of Japan, or the journey to Japan. Yeah. So this first vlog is boring and just me talking, but do keep a lookout for my other videos if you are interested in any of the things that I've shared. Maybe you're in your late 30s trying to make a different or unorthodox decision, or you are just interested in Japan, outdoor of Japan, which I will most likely share about, and also the perspective from a Singaporean. Yeah. Anyway, it'll be only myself talking to myself in Japan. No, but I hope that I can make some Japanese friends. But then yeah. That aside, do let me know what are some of the things that you like to see, or if not, just keep a lookout for my future video where I share more about my journey in Japan with you guys. Bye bye.